to young women and guys, you should be in a group setting anyway. What you need to be alone for? You know what I mean? Like, because all that's going to do is that set you up to touch on somebody. And like I tell every friend I have, touch no man. Don't touch him. Because touching leads to kissing, leads to this, leads to that. And I don't care how saved you are, how long you've been saved. Everybody is subject. I can testify business. And quite honestly, you just don't need to be casting it.
I heard somebody say, Church, one of the no-card questions says, how can we kill sexual desire as Christians?
What? I don't know why you want to kill the sexual desire. I don't know if I would go that far. Put it on hold. Hold on right quick. Sexual desire, last 3.
Desire is actually a human characteristic. You will never be able to destroy that. Lust is something totally different. And that's something that you can be taught. And that's all about respecting yourself and respecting others. I'm going to keep it real with you. This has kind of gotten me in trouble in the church, but I've once preached a sermon that kind of bashed the males in the church, the older males. Because I said, in public, you know, they tell the young men, you know, don't have sex, you know, respect our beautiful young black sisters. But in the cut, they telling you, yo, go get that little young shorty, this, that, and the other. Go get it while you can, while you're young, and then when you get married, just stop. It doesn't work that way. I got so many men coming to me after church, like, boy, you don't be talking about this, but it's the truth. Society tells our young men, I'm gonna get to the women, but tells our young men to control and conquer as much females as possible while you're young, when you get old, married, and stop.
Crusty disease.
But by that time, it's a disease and you already have this lustful spirit that you need to go and get as much females as possible. And that's the truth. That's the truth. And so what we have to do is start our young men off young and say, no, you first have respect for yourself and God, because your body is the temple of God. So you start there. As that young man grows, he has a whole different perception. And you have, it's a continual thing. Believe it or not, sex is probably the #1 committed sin. It is. Whether it's heterosexual or homosexual.
Believe that.
And so that's why we have to start off young. As far as the young ladies are concerned, it's practically the same thing now, but back in the day it was a little different. You know, they did tell the young ladies, you know, don't have sex, this and that, but now, I don't want to blame this female rapper. We have the little Kim mentality. The guys are getting theirs, so I'm gonna get mine. And now the young sisters are getting theirs. And so, and STDs come with it as well. STDs come with it as well. But as far as just sexual desire, it's something that's going to be there. But when you can keep it in control with what you were raised and brought up to believe, and you have that personal relationship with God, you can just kind of go the opposite way.
You know, one thing I'm starting to think, I just want to say one thing, I'm starting to think schools is of the devil.
He is so sweet.
Hold on, let me tell you why. Hold on, dude.
I know, right?
Not the people, but the structure. Let me tell you this. Now you tell me if it's cool. We ain't gonna pray in here either, right? We ain't gonna pray in school. We're taking that out. Then we're gonna show you how to have sex the right way instead of teaching you not to have sex. Come on! That's deep, baby. First we're gonna take prayer out.
I have never thought of that.
Then we're gonna have sex education, which is good. We need to know how, you know, that's cool. But we ain't gonna teach you to not do it until you get married. We're gonna just teach you how to do it so you can be safe. So it's cool to do it, but just be safe. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. I swear, if y'all don't write y'all checks in D-MAUB. No, that's for real.
Let me go to scripture and I'll go what Reverend Smart. Okay. Just to throw the scripture in off of what Reverend was speaking on about us and, you know, sexual desires, which is natural, is from God. 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 3 says, "For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that you should abstain from fornication, that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor. And I think a lot of times, I'm going to just say it, you know, because I am a minister. I went to Bible class, got my bachelor's degree in theology. So I can say that I'm qualified in that sense. But I believe a lot of ministers are scared to be transparent and say they might struggle in certain areas, so they don't want to teach something that they haven't conquered. So they're not teaching sanctification and learning how to possess your own body because they can't possess their own body, and they're not living sanctified.
Exactly.
So I think if we could just, like Toy was saying earlier about renewing our mind, come to the place of learning what God says about sexual desires, because it's in the scripture. You know, we talk about Adam and Eve and this, that, and the other. So we know that it's of God to be sexual with a woman if you're a man, and with a man if you're a woman. We'll throw that out there. But the thing is, doing it in the confinements of what God said is holy, what God honors, and what God blesses.
Exactly, because when I say that statement, I was talking about the youth, that everyone that's older in the church want to, you know, damn the youth.
Right.
And I said, I struggle with so many things, and the things that I struggle with is because I was taught by the men in the church. I was born and raised in the church. The second week after my mom pushed me out, I was in the pew, being passed to all the women in the church. So what I learned, you know, wasn't necessarily outside of the doors of the church. It was really inside. Because I was one of the kids that was here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and back through the whole thing. And I said, you know, we have this whole veil, you know, we try to put on a mask or whatever. I said, but you were the ones that told me to lose my virginity. You were the ones that told me, go ahead, son, that girl been eyeing you since you was 13, now you about 18, go. They didn't want to hear that. But if we're going to live a life that God is pleased with, you have to first accept responsibilities and your duties as a Christian who live that life.